This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. ETN up the middle. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. McKenzie now to return it. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On first down, Levis. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Will Levis, 25 yards to the house. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'll be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 two-point conversions. And now they're up 24-0, so essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
But before we get to our next drive, we remind you that while NFL teams are playing some big games here in December and January, we've got some big games coming up as well in the Madden Championship Series. Next on the calendar, the Playoff Challenge. That's coming up January the 10th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We'll take... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 24-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. 1st and 10, here's Levis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Levis now on 1st and 10. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Stays on his feet. And he gets this from the midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bruce Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Isaiah Likely, 56 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. Shreds the tackle, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Levis on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
4th down, Levis. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high-percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Complete to Likely. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Levis going to run it again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Levis sets up to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, and even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. I know I got her. I know I got her. Even when I'm down bad, yeah, I know how to bounce back. Cause you know I got her. And she look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say, even though I got plenty, if I'm down to my last penny, I still got her. Still got her. lost everything I ever wanted. Want it back. Got a problem, never run from me. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off. Got the flight plan. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. The right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, run it, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Battles, not take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the front. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, the running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not by the act. And run it back, you see how I act. Nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key. Running back, let me have it back. I'm a cut at anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Run it back. Told him put the money in the bag. Double that. Double that.
Run it back.
Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Run it back.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Some strong running at the 20. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they're led out by the #1 overall pick back in the 2001 draft. He's been around a while. The lefty, Michael Vick.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're avoiding giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now, Vick. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And they rally quickly defensively after the grab, but he gets it to the 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that's complete to Sanders. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Sanders is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Touchdown.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.